So this is the final part of showing you how to start a virus shawl. We're picking up on row 7. So to start off we need to chain 4 chains to make a treble and a chain 1. That's because this row will be treble chain 1 until we reach the chain 4. So we've already worked into this stitch here. Just give it a little tug and you can see where you've worked into. I say that because all too often I have made a mistake by going into that one again, and then my count's out and I look back and think, oh, that's why. So we go along making 1 treble and 1 chain. This will produce little spaces which we will work into on the next round. You already see little spaces being made now as we go along. So we work to the 4 chain space, and then we only do a treble. So counting this chain of 4 as 1 stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that last one was just a treble, not a chain 1. Now we need to just put the yarn over the hook and we need to skip this 4 chain space, taking care not to go into that one below, and then starting again, not on the side of that one, on the proper treble, and then we go on and we do the same. We do 1 treble and 1 chain until we reach the top. So fairly straightforward on this 7th row. I'm going to get to the top in a minute, and then with this 7th row we just carry on. We carry on going all the way round with the treble chain 1, so whiz along and meet me at the other side if you want to, or just continue to observe it. and I'm just basically going to go all the way down until I reach, in a moment, the chain 4 space, and then it will be the same as on the other side. We have to miss that. And we just do a treble in the last one before the chain 4 space. I must just count there to make sure we are on track. So we've crossed over here, so 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 20, and then put the yarn over like we did on the other side, miss this 4 chain space, taking care not to go in to that previous loop there, and back into the proper treble, and continue down with a treble and a chain. Right down. As I say, you can whiz on, because that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to go down nearly there, and I will join at the end on with just a treble, not a chain 1 at the end, just a treble, and that's on top of the tiny little free chain. So just on top of there, a treble, not a chain 1. So that's the end of row 7. Now we'll turn the work, and we're going to now go on to row 8, and that is chaining up 10, 3 as per normal as representative of a treble, and then 7 because we need 7 in the pattern. So 1, 2, 3, one more there, and then we'll join this row of 10 into the second space. So that's that one there, and we're going to join that with a double crochet, and then we need to make some little loops. Lost my hook there. There we are. 1, 2, 3, 4 chains for little loops, and then miss a space and go into the next space, and then another 4 chains, miss a space and go into the next space, and again miss a space and go into the next space. Hopefully that is okay. 1 big loop and 1, 2, 3 little loops, and then we need to bridge this dip here, and we're going to make a big loop to bridge that, so that will be 7 chains. And then we need to miss this little space, this big space and the little space, so in effect 3 spaces, and then we go into the next one along. Then we do the little loops again, so we're back on the 4 chains, miss a space and secure the work with a double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4 chains again, miss a space and go into the next space, and again miss a space and go into the next space. This yarn is driving me mad today. Right, so that's gone over the big dip, and then 1, 2, 3 little loops, and then we're at the top of the shawl, so we do 7 chains, and then same, we miss a space and we go into the next space. Right, so that is the mirror image of the last row of the repeat, and it's exactly the same because it's a mirror image on the other side. Just talk you through that. And it will be a big loop made with 7 chains, miss a space and secure the big loop in the next space, do your 3 little loops, and then here again, as I said, miss a space either side and the big one, so in effect 3 spaces, do your little loops down and not forgetting the big one at the end, and then secure on the top of the 3rd chain. So it's at the top you have the big loops, at the bottom you have big loops, and then you have the little loops at the sides, sorry, the big loops at the sides, and then the little loops all the way round. So the repeat will be rows 5 to 8 for as long as you want the shawl to be, a little shawlette or a mega big shawl, the choice is yours. You can finish on this row here, the row 7, which will give a lacy type of finish, or on the table, I'll just show you this shawlette I made. I actually finished on the row 6, which gives a more closed finish. There's no mention of anything that I've seen about doing borders on virus shawls, but I have to say again, on the one on the table, I did do a little row of slip stitch to make that more secure, and I did that on the variegated shawl as well, just to make it more secure. And that's basically the pattern for the virus shawl. I hope you've enjoyed the little videos. You can always do another one with the repeat of row 5 to 8. So row 5 to 8 is what you just keep doing until you reach your desired length of shawl. And as I said before, you can use various types of yarn or indeed wool, and everything I've used has worked out beautifully for this pattern. So happy crocheting and hope to see you again.